Hi guys, this is Spartan765. Now we're going to get on to the cleaning part of the AK-47. First we're going to start off with cleaning the barrel. Now what I recommend you do here is, okay, now I'm going to tell you the correct way to clean an AK-47 in most military surplus rifles. Now you don't clean it from the back, clean it from the barrel in. You're not going to fuck up the crown if you got a brass rod or a fiberglass rod, which I have, a fiberglass rod. Don't use a steel rod going in there. And you can clean any rifle through the bore, just as long as you got a bore guide right here. It's this little brass piece, so don't hurt your crown. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. Now you want to make sure the rifle's seated tightly in there. I'm just going to use some Shooter's Choice solvent. Actually, I'll go ahead and use some Hops 9 today. Because if you got corrosive ammunition, use Hops 9. That tends to get the corrosive shit out. Now, if you're shooting corrosive ammo, you want to get this cleaned out right away, i.e. the same day. But if you're not, it really doesn't matter, as long as you got a chrome line barrel. Okay? Now, cleaning rod, patch. You can't see me putting the patch on probably right now because of the way the camera's angled. This video part here will just cover the cleaning of the barrel. Now take your patch, just use your little bore guide here. Let me move this back a little bit more so y'all can see. Whoop, the patch fell off. Let me just get this patch back on here. Okay. There, next, just insert the brass cleaning rod. Again, do not use steel when you're going through the barrel. Steel, or you want to use either brass or some other thing. Okay, there we go. Now, get your muzzle protector up there and grab it and just push her through. Okay. And pull her out. Okay. Now, don't leave any comments saying that's not how you clean a rifle, because I'm a gunsmith and I know how to clean a fucking rifle. Okay? Now, you may want to run another patch through soaked. I usually typically do that, or soak 2 patches in hops or whatever. Run it through twice, 2 patches, just to get the extra shit out. Okay? I'll show you how to clean out the gas port in a minute. Okay, muzzle protecting tool, and up against there's a rubber O-ring there to keep fluid from coming out again. Just push her through. Obviously you use a .30 caliber jag. Again, if you're really cleaning it professionally, don't use some shitty little $10 cleaning rod. Use a real gun cleaning rod, and I don't recommend using the steel one under the bore, because if you go through there you can actually damage the crown unless you're being very careful. Now again, you want to just run, after you've ran your 2 saturated patches through, and everybody has their different technique depending on how dirty the bore is, but there's only 40 round shot through here, so I'm not going to be too terribly aggressive. Just move your bore guide. Oh, I got the O-ring stuck in there. Push it in, bore guide up there. Generally just guide it with your hand too. Again, we don't have to worry about hurting the crown here because we're using a fiberglass rod and a brass jag. So no damage will be done to the bore. Now, what I generally do to clean the gas port out is, you got a gas port cleaning tool you put in there. Hang on a sec. Okay, what I generally do to clean out the gas port is, you can get like a gas port cleaning tool and clean out the gas port. Or you can do that, but I only shot 40 rounds, so I highly doubt it's going to be all corroded out or jammed up. Just take some REM oil and just go like this here. Just spray the shit out of it just like that. It's getting the shits or runs in the end of the barrel, that's good. Now, the REM oil is not what you use to seal the barrel for if you're going to store it. That's just to clean the crap out of the gas port. Next, you want to wipe off your cleaning rod with a paper towel. You want to do that after about every 3 or 4 patches, or if you're switching to a different type of solvent. Now, your patches, you don't want them so hard to push through there. You want them, you want to be able to easily push them through the barrel. Not so easy, but easy enough. Okay? Just push it through again. Just like that. Okay, we're good. You just run a few more patches through. The next part of this video will be again cleaning the inner parts of the gun, like the receiver. This is just barrel. This is not oiling the barrel. Oiling the barrel will be covered in the oiling section of the video. I'm not using the bore guide here because I've cleaned enough rifles I can guide it by hand much easier than using the bore guide, which is for people who are new at cleaning guns. Just run patches through until they come out clean. That's generally what you want to do. And if you got a bore light, inspect the bore for imperfections or whatever you got in there. See, like, I can guide it by hand, where some people might need to use a bore guide, or that little guide that came with it, or the rod guide. I don't use that. Okay, now that I got that taken care of, I'm going to store away my rod. And, grab my little bore light here, stick it in the bore, and position it and look down the barrel. Make sure there is nothing wrong inside the barrel. Look for spots, whatever the hell you might have in there. Okay, there's just a little spot of carbon. Just run one more patch through it, and that should do her good. Okay, the next part again of this video I said will be cleaning the receiver out. Okay, again I'm using my hand to guide the rod through because I'm experienced enough I can do that safely without worrying about damage. And you wouldn't really damage the barrel anyway because of the it's a carbon rod or a fiberglass rod and a brass jag, so I don't have to worry about anything. Looks like the barrel is checking out perfect. No problems at all. Excellent, perfect, great. Okay. Now I'm also just gonna show you a little trick to clean out the gas the gas port here, the gas block. Just if you got that Remolo in there and it's sat in there for a little bit, just wad up a paper towel and just kind of shove it in there with a pencil or whatever you got. You don't want to force it in there so it's like compacted completely, but just put it in there, allow it to soak up the grease, and not the grease but the carbon in there, and then just pull her out. See? Came out perfect. Look down the bore, make sure no crap fell in the barrel. Okay, now again you need to oil the barrel. Put some oil, run some oil through the barrel. That will be covered in oiling the gun. Okay? That is not in this. Watch the next part of the video. This next part will be part 3, cleaning of the receiver. Right, so cut off.